Hey guys, thought I'd make a video today of how to plug a tire when you're on the road. Unfortunately, I have a nail in the tire right there, so I'm going to go ahead and plug this and show you guys what to do. If you're able to, chalk the wheels off. The first thing you want to do is pop off the hubcap, so get a flathead screwdriver and just pop it off. If you don't have hubcaps, you don't need to worry about that step. Now we need to take the lug nuts off, so look in your trunk and you should see a tool like this. This is to take your lug nuts off. If you're home, you can use a breaker bar, which is what I would recommend. But if you're out on the road, you probably won't have that available. So if you're small like me, I'm 120 pounds, and these lug nuts are probably torqued on. They're probably torqued on pretty tight. If they're too tight to come off, what you can do is stand up like this and put your weight on it. Hold on to the side of the car to loosen them. All we're doing is loosening them while it's on the ground in a star pattern. So I'm just standing up on it to break it loose. Now all of the lug nuts are loose. Then you want to get your jack out of the trunk. You want this end with the hole to be out, facing out towards you, and you want to line this piece right here up into the pinch weld, so the pinch weld will fit right down into this space right here. What you're going to want to do is turn this to the right to raise the jack, and line this piece up under the pinch weld, the piece I showed you with the slot. The pinch weld is right here, this piece right there. So I'm just raising the jack and I'm tightening it by hand. So this is what it looks like. That's a close-up of what it looks like. So you want to get this tool, put this circular piece in the hole like that, and start twisting to the right. And as you can see, it's slowly lifting the car up. Once you can see that the wheel is slightly off the ground, you can take the lug nuts off all of the way. Now we can take the lug nuts off by hand. Keep the lug nuts in a safe place so you don't lose them. And now we can take the wheel off. If the wheel is stuck, you can always kick the tire. Now we need to get the nail out. I could probably unscrew it with a screwdriver, but I'll just use a pair of pliers. It might seem difficult to grasp onto at first, but keep trying to grab underneath of the head of the nail. Once you're able to get underneath of the nail head, Just keep trying to grab onto the stem, and when you do, pull the nail out of the tire. Might be kind of tricky at first, but once you have a hold of it, once you're under the head, you're good. Make sure you throw the nail away or whatever was puncturing the tire. Then grab your tire kit. Now the hole in the tire needs to be cleaned out. So you take this tool and thrust it deep into the hole and push it back and forth. And make sure you're using this piece right here to clean the hole. You just want to clean it out real good. And now the hole is ready to be plugged. So take one of these strips. The strip will be a little sticky and gooey. That's why I'm wearing gloves to do this. Now you slide the strip into this hole at the end of your tool. And once you have the tip in, just pull this strip halfway through. So it should look like this. Now we're ready. It might seem difficult to push this thick plug into such a small hole, so what I do is stand directly over the tire so I'm straddling it. And I just push down as hard as I can, and the plug will eventually work its way inside. You want to leave a little bit of the plug hanging out so it looks like this, maybe about a ½ inch or so. Now I'm going to pull this tool out really fast. And now the tire is plugged. You can cut the excess off, which is what I'm going to do right now. Now I'm going to put the tire back, so I'll line the studs up with the holes on the rim. Now that the wheel is on, I'll start the lug nuts by hand and make sure the rim is seated as far back as possible against the wheel hub. Now I'll tighten the lug nuts with the lug wrench while the car is still jacked up. Now that the lug nuts have been tightened, I can lower the car. Lowering the jack is very easy. You just turn it in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. To tighten the lug nuts properly, technically you're supposed to use a torque wrench, but if you are on the road, most likely you won't have a torque wrench, so we're just going to tighten them with this. And to be extra safe, like I said, I'm a small person, So if you're a small person or just don't have a lot of strength, you can always stand on it. That'll give you that leverage you need. Now we can put the hubcap back on. And fill it up with air and we're good to go.